Wow, this is amazing. Hey, once again, this is Pastor Alvin here on our On Passion Podcast YouTube channel. Thank you for joining with us every time. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for being part of this On Passion Podcast. And I'm just super excited that you guys mean a lot to me, and you guys mean a lot to our channel on our On Passion Podcast. And maybe you could have been doing anything in the world right now. Maybe you can be working with a dog, or maybe you've been at your workplace, maybe you've been going around to on the roadside, or maybe you've been doing anything across in the globe today, but you chose your valuable time of your valuable life to come in, to lean in, and to learn, and to grow, and to love more through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hey, on behalf of our On Passion Podcast, this is Pastor Alvin, and I'm so excited. I want to challenge you with something inspirational what God has given me in the year 2007 when I got married to my beautiful wife Rachel. That was the time God gave me this message of grace, and He said, and I had a question to God: what does grace really means to me? What do you mean by grace? And He went on, and after studying the Word of God, and God says it's an undeserved, unmerited, unearned favor on your life. That is just phenomenal. Many times we walk to some things to receive in our life, but then God says, take rest, because I am the one who's going to supply all your needs in your life. So it's undeserved, it's unmerited, it's unearned. It's you don't have to do anything, but God's love through His grace, He empowers you, and He brings everything that you need in your life through His grace. It's all about His grace in our life. His grace is so sufficient that in the midst of all these things, He provides things in our life. Hey, today, are you demand-minded or are you supply-oriented? See, I asked the Lord one, and God says it's about His grace. So when we are under the grace, it says in Hebrews 8:10-12, God says, I will keep on supplying you. I will keep on supplying you. I'll keep on supplying you. But the demand says, you shall not in the Old Testament. But in the New Testament, God says, I will, meaning I will always supply you. I will always bless you. I will always provide you. I will always be with you wherever you are being. So today, my conclusion for you in this message of grace is: be supply oriented, be grace oriented, have a right standing. You have the right standing to stand before God because of not what you have done, but because of what God, His Son Jesus, has accomplished for you and for me on that cross of Calvary. He shed His blood for you. His body was broken for your restoration, for your healing, for your breakthrough, and for your grace for your empowerment in your life. See, I believe, it's always right to believe, to have a right life in our life. So a belief system starts in our thinking. When we think right, we will live right. So if you think that God is all about your supply, God is all about your grace, God is all about your promotion, God is all about giving things that you read in your life, He will always do. That's why He says it's a faith that you have. Faith comes when we have the true grace of God. When we truly understand that our God is all about my supply. Our God is all about my love. Our God is always going to bless me, guide me, provide me. Your faith arises in you. You start to think on the other level. You start to live on the next dimension. You start to move to the next parameter in your life, because it's all about His grace. Once you recognize the grace of God, that no matter in the midst of what you have been doing, no matter in your midst of your failures, God still loves you today. See, there is no obstacles that is too big for our God. He's a big God. He's a great God. He's omnipotent. He's omnipresent. He's omnipresent everywhere. He's all-knowing God. He's Jehovah Jireh. He's your provider. So the grace of God tells us He will always provide for you and will always be with you. Hey, this is the word for you. And I believe on our On Passion Podcast, quickly subscribe this to your channel, to your friends, to your families, whoever is listening around the world today. And I believe the message of grace, the message of hope, the message of love will be able to empower you to receive more what God has, abundance in your life. God bless you. You have the best and a wonderful time with your life with God. Remember, it is about His grace in your life. God bless you.